I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to talk about episode 2 and episode 3. So it might be a little bit of a clusterfuck for 2 hours worth of stuff that I just watched. So, I might say something that happened out of chronological order here. So don't mind that. But last week I missed episode 2 because I was watching the NBA playoffs. So I caught up on that today. But Derek, he's going out and he's recruiting. He's finding people who are, I wouldn't say weak, but, going through some major things. Erica, she has epilepsy, I believe is what she has. So he gets her and, he tells her, if you don't want to take this medicine with all these crazy side effects and you don't want this to happen to you anymore, because she's like the total outcast that, I can solve all of that. And so he gives her the bite. And now she's like this bombshell, which I never understood on TV shows. Clearly an attractive lady in the first place. Clearly attractive. Put rags on her and like makeup, dark circles under her eyes, and have her hair all in a ponytail, and she's just so hideous and unattractive. And her hair's done. She got her makeup on, the sexy clothes, and all of a sudden she's a bombshell. Well, she was obviously attractive to begin with, but that's off of the topic of Teen Wolf. But so he gets Erica. We all seen he had Isaac from episode 1, and come to find out on episode 2, I think it was episode 2, where Isaac's father was beating him, like just really trashing him, and that's why he wanted to bite, because he was tired of dealing with that. And so his father, he storms off because his father cut him and it started to heal. So now his father's like, what the hell is this? So he gets away from his father. He gets on his bike. He skips out. His father chases behind him, and then that's when that thing, it looks kind of like a reptile of some sort, and it comes out and he rips the door off and it kills his father. And yeah, so that's the first time you've seen the big whatchamacallit thing. And then there's this black guy. This black guy, he whatever you do to the ice at the ice skating rink, he like a janitor or something like that. So this guy, what's his name? Boyd, something like that. He too wants to become a werewolf, so he takes the bite, and then Scott shows up. And I told you this is going to be clusterfuck because I'm talking about 2 different episodes at the same time. But Scott shows up, and then he's trying to talk him out of it. He's like, Derek's not a good friend. If you just want friends, he's like, I just want friends. I just want friends. And he's like, if you want to want friends, Derek not the dude you want to be talking to. Like, you can do better. So Derek's like, I find that offensive. And he walks up, and he brings out the pack, and he has Erica and Isaac with him. And, they look cool now. Isaac kind of has a new dude, and he's all in a new get-up, and he has the stance. And everybody's cool now. And so Scott's like, this isn't a fair fight. So he's like, why did you show up then? You came here. No, I mean for them. And then Scott turns to the wolf, and he bang, bang, bang. He beat them down. So after he beat them down, Derek beats him down because Derek's the alpha, Derek's stronger than him. And then the black guy, he's like, don't be like them. And the black guy shows him the bite, and he's like, I want to be like you. And then the preview on the next episode, episode 4, he's the black dude's out on the Boyd, I think his name is something like Bold, whatever his name is. I'm just call him the black dude because I don't know his name. He's out on the lacrosse field, and he's out there, and his eyes are glowing and stuff. And he's just like really, how when you watch the gangster movies and stuff, there's always that one dude, like they'll rob a bank and be getting away with it, but there's always that one dude who just, he's too flamboyant. He's out there in the open, and he brings everything down. He's that dude. But also in the previews of the next episode, they show Allison's father, like, hushing, just like push Scott to the wall, like a hand over the mouth, hushing him, like he's telling him, like, you don't want these dudes to know that you a werewolf. And so he's trying to look out for him, probably because he knows that Scott's gonna look out for Allison. But he's doing that. And the principal gets fired on episode 2. I believe that was episode 2. The principal gets fired. Well, not fired. He resigned, or whatever the hell you call it. Because the hunters, whatever they call themselves, they go and they torture him and force him out. So that now Allison's grandfather is the new principal. So now he's trying to fill out, because they know there's the wolves and stuff running around there. Everything is pretty much happening around there. So he wants to be in the center of it so he can know what's going on. And also, what else was happening? They was trying to kill Isaac. They knew Isaac was a werewolf. They were trying to kill Isaac. So Allison, she got the arrows and she took out an officer to the tires and then hit him in the leg. And the officer get to the police station, and the officer was about to get Styles with the injection of the wolf band or whatever it is that's going to kill the werewolf. So let me see how much I have. 4 minutes left before my battery dies. That's good, because this video don't need to be that long anyway. But he thinks it's Styles. Apparently, Styles just went around, the door's open. But then Isaac jumps on him. Isaac beats down the cop. And then that's when I don't know, I guess he's trying to step up to he's trying to step up to Styles now, because now he's, it's a full moon, so he's just rage, and Derek, and he just backs down because Derek's the alpha, so, he has that power over him. And what else was going on? This was a good 2 episodes. All kinds of good stuff was happening. And this is going to be the last time I clusterfuck like this, because I'm sure the playoffs are going to be over soon. So I don't have to have 2 episodes at one time and try to give y'all, because that's really, it's hard to think about two hours worth of stuff and get it all in a 5-6 minute video. But it's just some great stuff going on, and it's, Derek's building his team. The hunters are ready to kill this reptile guy. He's out there, and oh yeah, that's when speaking of the reptile guy, he kills the guy who grabs Allison, because Allison gets snatched up, right? She gets snatched up, and they have her in this room. But then her father turns out to be testing her, because he knows that she's still seeing Scott or something like that. I don't know if he knows, but he knows that she knows stuff. So I'm sure he knows about Scott and all that stuff, because he knows that she knows, because he had a phone and stuff like that. So he was like, it's training time. It's time to train you. You got to be on your P's and your Q's. So yeah, but then the guy who kidnaps her, he's like, yeah, it took me 3 hours to do it. And I was, and Allison drives off, and then that's when the reptile comes out and takes him out. The hunters, they found out that the doctor guy, the vet guy, was actually, with the werewolves, and he would patch them up and stuff like that. He knew all about it. So they have a talking with him. We don't know what's going on there because they didn't show it, but something's gonna happen there. It's just a lot of good stuff happening on this, and I can't wait to see the rest of it. This season is going over great. I like how last season it was so secretive. And 1 minute left. It was last episode season. It was so secretive. You didn't know. Like nobody knew that the werewolves was out there. Like, what's killing these people? And now in that season, there's just so many wolves, and everybody wants to be a werewolf, and the hunters were looking to kill the werewolves, and everything's just out in the open, and all kinds of stuff was happening. The guy, Scott's co-captain on the lacrosse team, he's trying to turn into the werewolf, but his body was rejecting the bite. But at the end of this last episode, he lifts up his car. So now it's like, then he gives us his look, and that's how it goes off. So now it looks like he might be finally becoming, the werewolf. And Lydia, her body rejected the bite. Obviously, we already seen that from episode 1. Oh man, so much great stuff was happening. Where do I even go? I have more stuff that I wanted to say, but I'm just gonna leave it short. This is just great stuff. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about everything. I'm, eager to get into a back and forth. If you have anything, you want to add to it and all that stuff, and subscribe to the channel, because I'll be doing this more every episode. And I'll probably also do some other series if I like another series, and maybe do some movies and stuff like that. But more TV, this is my TV channel where I talk TV. So yeah, hit that subscribe button. And I'm out.